Between August 22nd and 24, South Africa hosted the BRICS summit, drawing significant attention. This year's summit generated buzz due to the inclusion of 6 new member countries, expanding BRICS from 5 to 11 nations. As the primary focus of the BRICS summit revolves around economic collaboration among its member states, it's often recognized for establishing an alternative influence on the EU and US-centric global order. In this discussion, we will delve into the origins of BRICS and gain an understanding of what BRICS represents. Defining BRICS, tracing the origins. BRICS, named after Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, comprises emerging economic powers, in contrast to the G7's 7 developed nations. Brazil, Russia, India, and China initially formed BRICS, later welcoming South Africa. Jim O'Neill, chairman of Goldman Sachs, introduced the term BRICS in 2001, foreseeing these 4 nations as future economic heavyweights by 2050. The organization officially began in 2006 when the foreign ministers of these 4 nations held a meeting during the UN General Assembly. In 2009, they convened in Yekaterinburg, Russia, deciding to establish a formal cooperative body. South Africa's entry in 2010 solidified BRICS as a 5-country alliance. Since 2009, BRICS has held annual summits, with each member nation taking turns hosting. Characteristics and prospects of BRICS. Not only do the 5 BRICS countries account for 42% of the world's population and 26% of the world's land area, but they also have a gross domestic product, GDP, of 27%, which is larger than the European Union, EU. So, there was an expectation that BRICS could bring a different voice to international finance and the world order that had been dealt with by the Group of 20, G20. In a recent development, BRICS extended invitations to 6 additional countries: Saudi Arabia, the United Arab Emirates, UAE, Iran, Egypt, Ethiopia, and Argentina. Notably, discussions about establishing a new common currency for BRICS, akin to the European Euro, emerged during this year's summit. This signals that BRICS is advancing as a robust political and economic coalition. It remains intriguing to observe whether BRICS can introduce new dynamics in the world order, which is currently dominated by the United States and China. Furthermore, it raises questions about whether BRICS can evolve into a counterforce against entities like the EU and G7.